Emerging in the mid-19th century, the avant-garde received their name for their fighting spirit. Avant-garde is French for vanguard, a military term used to describe the front line of an army moving into battle. Artists were compared with these soldiers, as they were often a group force, challenging long-established concepts and ideas about art, and fighting an entrenched establishment. Artists such as Courbet, Gauguin and Kirchner were regarded with great hostility because they pushed accepted boundaries. As these establishments denied the work public exposure, the avant-garde fought this censorship of their art. Works like this by Ernst Kirchner convey freedom, energy, feeling through their brushstrokes and vivid colours. This new approach marked Kirchner as an avant-garde artist, though in his German homeland the Nazis considered him a degenerate artist, an unsettling term with unsettling implications. Do you find this painting groundbreaking, challenging, worthy of censorship? Kirchner's expressionism might have challenged the prevailing styles and authority of the time, but reads very differently to a contemporary eye. Hannah Höch was another German artist breaking new ground in the early 20th century. She was an early creator of photomontage art, collages of pasted photographs. We see a tribal mask, a baby's torso, an eye from a fashion magazine, an eclectic selection. The figure is mounted on little feet as if on display, representing treatment of women in Weimar Germany as inferior and infantile, yet put on a pedestal. The geometric background is almost a cage. Höch was a radical who blazed a trail for photo collage, but was also a pioneer for her gender. Avant-garde artists challenge and sometimes provoke us through satire. Many would argue that Picasso's work remains radical. In Bottling Glass on a Table, the bottle is a piece of newspaper on which stenciled letters spell Old Jar, short for Old Jamaica Rum. Writing the subject name on the canvas rather than carefully copying its physical form was revolutionary. If newspaper can become a bottle, then what is reality? Damien Hirst was a member of the YBAs, or Young British Artists, a more recent group that embodied the avant-garde spirit. Their work highlights the speed at which art moves from disrupting the status quo to becoming accepted into mainstream culture. Hirst's revolutionary Natural History series takes animal bodies and suspends them in formaldehyde. They appear alive and caught in movement. The work examines life's fragility and the inevitability of death and disintegration. The emotion of the work is heightened by how banal the animals are. If it were a tiger or a lion suspended at the point of death, the work would read completely differently. Like life, the avant-garde is fragile and fleeting, a moment that risks being overtaken almost as soon as it is experienced. Rather than see it as a tragedy, let's be excited by the thought that today's avant-garde may be familiar, conventional, or even cliched tomorrow.